Hey everyone, it's Rachel and I am here sharing with you my layouts and leftovers from my September 2017 Clique Kit. This kit was made up of Fancy Pants, Dream Big, and One Canoe 2. So I wanted to say Candlewood, I don't know why. One Canoe 2 Creekside. Okay, so those are the two main things it was made up of. There were some other things in there, but those were the two main lines. I completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layouts. I don't have one here. I actually have already put it away, forgetting I was going to do this video. I will link, there is a process video for it, so I will link that process video in the description box below so you can take a gander at it. All right, I'm going to start off with the first one I did, which was this 2-page layout. Just scoot this over. So I used a lot of the die cuts and the washi tape, and I still haven't done the journaling because my nephew is actually going to do it for me, or I'm going to chat with him about what he wants to talk about. And then I used these alphas that I purchased extra to go with the kit, and then the alphas that came with the kit. So a lot of these are sketches from Scrapbook Generation. As I've mentioned in my videos, I'm working my way through it, doing a challenge with some friends of mine. So that was the first layout I did. And there is a video for this one, and I have a little tutorial on there on how to take one piece of paper to make a border for a 2-page layout. So if you're someone who doesn't normally make 2 pages, so you don't always buy 2 pieces of the same piece of pattern paper and you want to only use one, I just kind of show you a quick way to do that. Okay. Next we have this one, and I believe this is a sketch as well. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not 100%. I use one of the flare that came in the kit, and then once again I use both the alpha I bought in addition to the kit and the alpha that came with the kit. And I'm talking about first day of school for my nephew's junior year, and also partially the reason it's called Good Grief Junior Year is he got these shoes that have like the Charlie Brown style on them, and the tongues, one says good and one says grief. So you know, the important parts of the first day of school are covered. And I used some of the puffy stickers that came with the Fancy Pants, along with more of the die cuts. And the washi. I was actually quite pleased that I managed to use the washi a couple of times. Because I'll be totally honest, I didn't necessarily think the washi perfectly matched the papers. You know, there isn't a ton of red. We did get one red piece of paper. See here, so I tried to use that when I wanted to use the washi. So you'll see I matted this photo with the red piece of paper to kind of bring that through the whole layout. There is a video for this particular layout, and once again, it is from a sketch from Scrapbook Generation. I used a bunch of the die cuts once again. I actually used almost all of my die cuts. I'm super happy. I used the ones I bought to go along. I used the ones that came in the kit. I also used some of the acrylics that came in the kit. I actually used all of those up. I also used up all of these epoxy arrows that came in my kit. Those are from Freckled Fawn. And I did a little bit of fussy cutting here. These actually came from paper rather than die cuts. I'm just talking about my dog and her wish for people food all the time. And then this is the last layout I did. I used the last piece of acrylic that came in the kit, and then I added a couple in from the Ellie Studio Stamp Title Builder set, along with a bunch of the pattern paper. This is not a sketch, this is just one I did, and I did the title so it was white on white, so I don't know how well it's going to read on camera. Sometimes the words that won't come into my mouth are hilarious. You know, it's like I've never said camera before. All right. Oh, also this asterisk, that came from, I believe that's from Color Cast Designs. That's also from my stash. So once I finished this layout, I did have a bunch of pattern paper left, just nothing in amounts that I could make another layout cohesively. So instead what I decided to do was make a bunch of cards and or card fronts. A lot of times I'll just make a card a 1/4 inch smaller than an A2 card, and then I'll just slap it on a card when I need to. So you'll note there is no journaling on this paper. I don't know if I'm just going to let this be my journaling or if I'm going to say something. These are our ferrets who have since passed away. This is them hanging out in the dog's crate. They loved to do that, and the dog would hang out outside going, please let me back in my spot, but she wouldn't like interrupt them or anything. So I haven't decided yet. It hasn't gone away. Before it goes away, I will decide. So as I said, I made some, all of my cards are very simple. I am a simple card maker. So they are made up with the pattern paper and then a little bit of stamping. I had purchased the Tim Holtz stamp platform, and I have to tell you, it's the first time I used it making these cards, and it worked amazingly well. I made this birthday card, and I also, so I did some stamping, the papers, and the only other thing I used was some Nuvo drops. There were some more Nuvo drops right here. It got stuck to another card front and ripped off. I will just put more on, but I didn't want to do it before I did this video because I didn't want it to run. So I only have 4 things of Nuvo drops. These are called Glitter Drops Emerald City, and they're actually really easy to use. And then I just put on the top a little mark so I could see actually what color it is. And you just always want to start them off on a scrap piece of paper, just because sometimes they'll spit, and so you just want to put a little bit of pressure and kind of go straight up and down. I start at an angle and then move to straight up and down, and it's going to start with a peak, but it will smoosh down. You can like flick at the back of the paper, and that'll help as well. Oh, see, I messed up. It spit at me. There's actually a pretty easy way to fix it. You want to get some sort of pokey tool and just kind of, I'm gonna have to bring this closer to me so I can see it. But if you just use a little pokey tool and just make sure you wipe that off. Wipe it off here, so you don't have glitter on your pokey tool. So, and then I'm just going to add a little bit more to this one, just so it's equal in size. So as I said, I found that they naturally round off on their own, but if you are concerned, you can just give it a little flick behind, and that will round it off. Okay, so I made that one, and as I was talking about the stamp platform, this stamp I have, this both that stamp and this stamp are from Stampin' Up, and I also used the Nuvo drops. But this stamp, I had never ever been able to stamp where you get all these lines inside on the first try, so it was super nice to be able to do it more than once. The inks I used for that were Hero Arts little ink cubes, and then this one is Simon Says Stamp Soft Navy. So I made 2 full cards where I did the cards like on an actual card. This stamp is from Avery L, I believe. It's one of their Christmas ones from last year. And then I added some Nuvo drops, and also I have these gold enamel dots sitting on my desk, so I just put those on. And then I made 2 more Christmas card fronts using the constellation paper. So, and then I did Nuvo drops in the glitter crystal, so it's a clear, but it takes on the color that's behind it. I did like sets of 3 in a circle. And then I did this one where I kind of did like a, well, I didn't kind of do, I did a diagonal line going down. So, and then I just popped the stamps, and these are also from this same set by, I think I said it was Avery L. I think that's correct. So after that, those are what I completed with my September Clique Kit. So after that, this is what I have left of paper. I probably could have made another card, but I was done. I'll be totally honest. So I'm just going to go ahead and recycle all of these because I don't think I'm going to be using them for anything. I do have, of course, a ton of the washi tape left. So that'll just go over there and I'll use it to tape down things in the back. Now, I had already purchased 3 sets of these Freckled Fawn Puffy Alpha stickers, so I didn't actually touch the one that came in the kit, but I did use plenty of these. You'll see I put all 3 that I've opened into one container, and you can see through to the 3rd set. I've opened 3 sets out of my 4, and apparently my dog really felt the need to speak right then. That happens. I used about half of the Fancy Pants Dream Big Puffy Word stickers, so not bad. I can use this one definitely and Shine On. I don't know if I'll ever use the hashtag hustle or like a boss. Those aren't, you know, my go-to phrases. And then I am super pleased with what I have left for die cuts. I used almost all of these, okay? So I used the top portion of this tag. These are just corners I cut off when I was mitering my paper. So I don't care that I didn't use them. And then the only other things I have left from the die cut is this one with the mountains, this thermos, and then 3 oars. And that's it. Now, I could keep these, but I'll be totally honest, I'm most likely never ever going to use a thermos or the oars, even though my nephew has done crew. It's just, I only have like 1 or 2 more photos to scrap from that ever, because he dropped it in favor of theater, because they both meet at the same time. So he does it recreationally, but honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and recycle it because I'm just not going to use it, especially like just 3 oars. All right, then I have the stickers, and there are a couple little stars, a couple little hearts and circles, and then some labels and words, and then a couple more labels, and then a couple more circles. I used all the flags. I actually used the majority of the circles, so yay for that. So this will just go into my stash with all of my stickers. And then I do have a bit of these Fancy Pants Life is Beautiful alphas that I bought to go along with it. And that's okay. I mean, there's plenty left. I have 2 S's. I've got a couple E's still left. So these are definitely usable, and they'll just go into my stash. So that is all I have left over from my September kit. I think I used that pretty well, and I got some cards done, so yay me. All right, that is it for September. I have moved on to my October kit, which is filled with Glitter Girl, so you should be seeing videos with that particular line starting up really soon. So there's a really cool person revving their engine outside my house. You can tell they're really cool because they're revving their engine. All right, sarcasm over, folks. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. If you have any questions about anything, just leave a comment below, and I usually try to get back to you at least once a week. I kind of bulk go through all my comments. So have a great day, everyone, and bye.